Alright guys, so figured I'd just do a little video here. If it looks different than normal, I'm using a different camera here. It's an old Samsung J4 phone that I did some work to try to get it a little, just an extra camera to use down here, because we're going to have to be using my regular junker phone here that I use for everything to put our app stuff on for this system. So just doing this little bit here. I was gonna save this for a packages of mail video, but shoot, I hit the camera. I always do that. Sorry guys. We got a system in for the beater Sherpa truck because the Nye mod just wasn't gonna work anymore. I messed with the motor timing. It just gets hot. I'm not happy with it. It just, for my kind of crawling, I've had people comment in that video that they don't have any problems. I don't know. I've geared it down as absolutely as far as I can gear it. It didn't really help it any. I was recommended to buy another motor. I just wasn't going to do that because I bought it for a budget system to begin with. I kept that system. It'll be going in a different truck. Something that doesn't require that super slow technical stuff. I don't know what else to say about it. It just didn't work. So we picked up a Furitek system here. And it is a Furitek Python X brushless ESC with a Komodo 10 for 1/10 scale crawlers. This is the Furitek. This is a another Outrunner, revolver style, whatever. Comes in a nice Ziploc package here. Comes with your stuff to hold your stuff down. This is the Furitek Python X brushless ESC Komodo 10 for 1/10 scale crawlers. And then this is the motor. Get it out here. And I got the 2000 kV, not the 2500. I got the 2000 kV. We'll open the motor up here real quick. I think it's taped down, so we have to get alright. So now this is a lot smaller of a motor than what the Nye mod come with size wise. Comes with your mounting screws for your can. Comes with your some heat shrink and some bullet connectors. It already has bullet connectors soldered onto it. So there's the motor. It is a lot smaller of a motor. Really nice machine quality, CNC looking stuff. 2815, that's the motor size. 2000 kV. So this is a lot smaller of a motor than what that 3942 is. And I had a guy make a comment that was some of the problem because that motor was just too big for that ESC and it was drawing too much amps. Could have been. Later on down the road, I might pick up something like this to try on that ESC and see what we get motor temp wise. But I mainly decided to go ahead and get this because not just because of the Nye mod, we're going to open the ESC next. Not just because the Nye mod wasn't, I wasn't happy with it, but I wanted something that was actually this has a Bluetooth app to use, and you can make settings directly from your phone or whatnot. That's a little package the ESC comes in here. We're gonna cut. I think it's got tape on it here. Not sure. Yeah, it had a piece of tape on it. So, and I've seen some people have had issues with this system as well. So it comes with your instruction manual here. This is the Python X. I think the setting stuff. We'll go through that, putting it on my other phone. I'll set it up in the cradle here. Support plug and play Python X for 1/10 scale crawlers. This does have FOC. It does have the FOC stuff in it. So I did see a guy, and it was I think it was a Facebook post. He said something happened. This is the ESC. Very nice. It's in a CNC case. This is actually supposed to be waterproof as well. It does have an on and off switch, but what's nice is you can unplug the on and off switch on this system and it will revert back to being on when you plug the battery in. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think this is the Bluetooth signal wire, and this whole system's supposed to be waterproof, so it's a nice aluminum case in it. You know, I heard a guy saying something about something overheated and blew up in one of these ESCs on him. So I'm hoping I don't experience that. And he said he even had his temperature stuff set, you know, to watch his temps and stuff. But that's the ESC. Get a closer look of it here. Battery plug in the way. And this is the same basically as like a amperage as your AM32s. Really comes in nice case and everything too. Furitek Python X brushed brushless ESC Komodo 10 for 110 scale crawlers. Just go over that again. Then this is your system, and then you just got your bullet connectors and they plug in. So we're going to shut the camera off here, and I'm going to set my other phone up here in the cradle. If I can get it to set in here and stay. I'm going to have to take it out of the phone case. So I'm going to shut this off and get set up. Alright guys, so I had to solder a new connector on. Yes, I know. Come to the 20th century or whatever. I don't run XT60s, I run these. Old dog, old habits, old tricks. We grabbed our transmitter here, which is a FlySky GT5. We got our receiver. And then we have a LiPo battery here, 3S. And we're going to hook this up to our throttle channel on here. And we're going to grab a, I'm going to grab a servo. Let's see here. Going to make sure that we got, because I keep stuff for testing at all times. We're going to plug our servo in here. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. So, and then we're going to plug our ESC in. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. Just like that right there. We got to plug our motor in, and this is what I'm going to use real quick. We're just going to set our motor down into this unit. Just like that. And we're going to plug our motor wires in. I'm not really worried. You can, to reverse your motor polarities on one of these, you can switch your motor lead, two of your motor leads around to switch your motor directions, but we're going to have the app going in this, the Furitek app, and I'll adjust the camera in a minute. So I just wanted to power this up to see what we got. We're going to power it up. We'll try to set this down in here before we power it up, just to hold it a little bit better maybe, because you know the outside of the can rotates on this. Yeah, so alright, so we're going to power this thing on. Okay, so we got power. Our little blue LEDs lit up here. Servo's working. Motor's working. Ooh, seems pretty smooth. Very smooth, actually. Hey, what do you know? The motor wires don't get smoking hot instantaneously. So we got this thing, it powers right up, it goes right to working. I didn't do anything other than change my battery lead connector over here that you see off camera. And I just knocked everything over. So we're going to turn this thing back off. And we're going to go through the process here of going through the programming. We're going to back the phone up here a little bit. So that way we get a little better of a view here. So we're going to go through what we have to do in the process of getting all this stuff loaded here. So step 1, turn on your radio, throttle stick forward, throttle stick backwards. That's just your calibration. So wireless connection module, default password. So it gives you a password, change password, change output voltage. So let's see what we got here. Update firmware. So where do I go to get their Default configuration is brushless motor, so you'll have to go in here and change this stuff. It does a motor type brushed, brushless, crawlless, car type crawlless. I don't know, start, stop, user button configuration. So you have to go in your configuration. You can use this ESC on a brush. That's pretty cool they did it. It does both, so I think that's pretty cool. So where do you go? I'm looking here to go. I know it's a Furitek or Furicar or something like that. I was looking to see if it would give Furicar. So you just got to scan. Okay, so we're going to take our phone, pull up our unit here, and we're going to go in our QR scanning. If I can get it to... Usually it just does. Pull it up. I may have to have it laying down flat. There it is. Tap here. So you just scan that. It's hard. Well, there it is. There we go. So you'll just go into you scan your little barcode thingamabob. QR generator. Says, sorry, it isn't possible to scan QR code at the moment. If you're the owner, please log in to activate it. So I'm not real sure what the deal is with that. Scan me on app. So, I'm an idiot. So you have to have the app. So let's go into Furitek. See if we'll do a search. Furitek app. Here we go. Furitek. It's right here. Install it. Install the Furitek app. We're installing it here on my main device. Installing. Open. Furitek. Allow. Scan Bluetooth. So press icon for the first time. I don't know if any of this stuff has to. We'll go ahead and turn it on. I don't know. Let's see here. It says RC car. So scan. Scan Bluetooth. Press the icon. There we go. See what it does here. Your password here, 4 numbers, and it gives you the default here. So okay, so looks like it gives me, it automatically pulled it up because it just goes right into reading it here. Yeah, seeing it gives me already. Throttle, RPMs. It's not giving me RPMs. It's giving me throttle input. That's reverse. So there's the throttle. I should have came up with a better way of doing this. I just wanted to do this stuff here for you guys. Setting it up. There we go. That might work better. Nice and gentle like. So it gives you your throttle input there. Let's see, that's your telemetry stuff. So let's go back. Battery voltage is telling me, of course, you know, it's a 3S, so 11.6 volts. Battery correction factor. It's giving me my your current draw. I don't know if it's picking it up there. Yeah, it gives you your current that you're, can't grip it and rip it too much. It gives you your power voltage, your current that you're drawing. And this is just jumping into the Furitek app real quick here. I'm sorry, I'm not real good at this. So it gives you your throttle curve. Please select the point to start. So you can change your throttle curve in here. It looks like set same data for throttle reverse. Let's see what else we got in here. Battery, we were already in that. Throttle. So you can turn your punch, your neutral brake, your low speed, and it gives you a calibration. I'm not going to go through that until once I get it in the truck and get the truck sitting off the ground. Running. So here's where you set all your stuff. Okay. So your mode, forward, reverse, you can click on that. Forward, reverse with brake, I think full reverse is what we want. Voltage cutoff, I'm going to go ahead and set mine at 3.5. Voltage output to the servo, we're going to go ahead and go up here, and we're going to go into 7.4 volts. High voltage might kill your servo, so it gives you a warning. Warning, high voltage might kill your servo. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a crap about that junk Traxxas servo that's laying there. And then here's where your rotation direction. You have your counter rotation. You can change it around on the app, so you don't got to unplug your wires. Your max forward power, your max reverse power, your locked brake, it says at 0. My FOC is at 30. Cannot set power FOC to 31, so I don't know what the deal is. So you can turn it, you can't go past 30. So I guess it's cranked up as much. 30 is as high as you can go from the factory. I'm looking for a timing and all that stuff, but I don't see any of it. We have, like I said, a max brake's 100. Max reverse is 100. Locked brake is... I don't know. I'll have to play around with that once I get it in the truck and get it set. I'm assuming that's your park brake type, for your drag brake. So there's the app running. I'm going to go back out of this, open that back up, gives you your little Furitek card thing, pops it right back up. So that's your running battery telemetry. So I don't see a temperature thing on here. It tells you your temperature. It tells you your temperature right here. It's in Celsius. I'll have to change that. And then it gives you your voltage. So it does have real-time telemetry built into it. Man, this thing links super easy. I'm pretty impressed with that. So let's pull it up here. Let me find the Furitek car. We're going to move it to here on my screen. So we're going to pull it back up here. And then, yeah, it's kind of cool because it gives you your RPMs and all that stuff. Let's see what here. We got settings here. Brushless. So you got to go into your settings to change. So it automatically picked up that it was a 2000 kV motor. It's probably already programmed. It gives you an in-runner. You can run an in-runner. Here's some different parenty, I don't know. Komodo 10 2500. There's a couple different motor selections down there. Like I said, I'm new to all this stuff, so there's your temperature of your unit. We're going to change that to Fahrenheit because I don't know Celsius. Temperature protection, we're going to go ahead and set it to... I'm going to go ahead and set it to 176. Current protection... I don't really know what to set that at. Here, we'll set it at 50 amps. I don't really know. Car type crawler, monster truck, so they give you a couple selections there. Update firmware. Let's see what we got here. Update. So we're going to be updated. We're going to go ahead and update it to make sure everything's updated to the current stuff here. To make sure everything's working like it's supposed to. So we'll set that here. So far, I mean, this thing seems pretty cool. I like this. I like how this is working here. And we'll just talk while this is updating. Thing's pretty cool, man. Nothing's getting warm sitting here on the table. ESC feels pretty good. Not hot. Motor's cold. Wiring's cold. Should be. We're not doing anything. It's making a little bit of noises here and there. It's probably this thing back and forth. Hopefully it doesn't take real long to update here real quick. If it does, I'll shut it off. Still sending some power to that servo. I just wanted to leave it sit here just to see, just sitting here powered, if it gets warm or not. It's cold down here in the basement where I'm at. Hopefully this system works out a lot better for my for my truck that I have here. We're at 80%. I think the camera's probably picking it up. I don't have the best camera equipment, guys, here for the channel because we're poor here at RC Dungeon. We use what's available to us. So I'm trying to do the best I can with what we got. So far, I'm liking the easy plug-and-play type stuff. There it goes. Updated the firmware. Updated the firmware successfully. Okay. So let's go back out. Yeah, it's got everything here. It saved my settings. No issues with any of that. know if you guys can pick how it's picking that up. So we're gonna go back out of the settings. We're gonna go in here, throttle. Back out, running. So this gives you your, back into it. You can easily set all your parameters. I think that's all pretty much set. Let's see if we can pull up our real-time telemetry here. Telemetry, saying it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's just give it a little bit of throttle here real slow in creep mode and see what happens. See how much the temperature goes up. I have to hold it here on the box. 73. And we're in what guys always say sine mode, I guess, because we're barely creeping. I'm barely giving it the throttle. This is immediately where my other system would get cooking, frying hot within about 30 seconds. So we're at 10% throttle. Seems pretty happy at about 11%. It's winning 10 to 11%. Motor wiring staying cool. But we're not spinning any drive line either. So 77 degrees. 77, 77, 77. Let's check our motor. Our motor's cold as a cucumber. ESC is not even lukewarm. Right there would have overheated that NII mod that I had and fried. Our temperature's dropping right back down significantly. We're down to, it never even got above 77, 70 degrees. So now it's dropping right back down. So we're going to shut this off and I'm going to put it in the truck and we're going to do some testing here on the bench in this video as well. But that was pretty simple, guys. It said to scan this in the app, and I don't see a thing here. It says, scan me on app. So, I don't know. I went ahead just in it and downloaded the app either way. So, yeah. So, that's what we got here. That was about as simple as a simpleton like me can do. I think that's pretty cool. I can use this as my telemetry. Once I get everything set, I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Everything's still good here. I'm surprised the Traxxas servo hasn't pooped itself at 7.4 volts. Nothing against Traxxas, just saying. Man, that motor is smooth. It is a pretty smooth motor. So let's get it in the truck, and get the truck on the bench, get it installed, and get it together. Alright guys, so transmitter on, Furitek app's on, batteries in, transmission's in, everything seems pretty butterly smooth. Everything is rednecked laying in there for right now. We're going to turn this thing on. It says please wait, rec. Okay, connected right to it with the app up. Let's see what we got here. I do believe that might be reverse. Yeah, that's reverse. So we're going to have to come in here. Let's go through our telemetry thing here. Running, I can't remember what mode that was in. It's not in running. Throttle curve, maybe? Not in throttle curve. Settings. So, motor, current protection, where was it at? Let's keep going through our settings. So, throttle. That's nice. So, we got startup here telemetry. We know it's not in there. Running mode. No, I don't see our settings for that. Throttle. Neutral punch, neutral low brake. This is the calibration stuff we'll have to go through. Throttle curve. Man, maybe it was in the settings. So let's go back up here. I can't find it now. Go to settings, update, change password, car type, motor type, brushless moto. It tells you your motor temperature. Current, see, change Bluetooth name. Where is, no, cancel. We don't have a brush motor. Now, I know I seen where you could switch it in here. Battery, no. That's your battery settings. Somewhere in here you can change your motor rotation. Mode, forward, reverse, voltage cutoff, output. Here it is. I'm an idiot. You guys can see live here. Idiot. So, rotation direction. So we want CCW, which is counterclockwise. I don't see a save in here. And then it does have startup power. Low, mid, normal, high, very high. We're at mid right now. I may turn that down to low to see how slow we can get. So let's pull that back up and see what our temps. That was in our telemetry. I know where that's at. So we're at about 70 degrees sitting here right now. Let's find the ESC hanging right here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It's up here where my hand's at. So let's see what we get. I didn't calibrate it yet. So, oh man, that's slow. That is some slow wheel speed. Holy moly, that's nice. And I don't think it saved. I don't think it saved our settings. Let's set it down here off so we know it's not going to take off. And our temperature was only up to 73 degrees right there at that super duper slow crawl. Okay, so now we're reversed. So it's still reversed. That should be giving me 100% go juice that way. So, where was that at? Running? Yeah. So let's go back in here and go to our regular rotation here. And then I don't see a save though. Maybe you have to recalibrate. Let's pull this back up here. Let's turn it off. I'm probably an idiot. Turn it off. Turn it back on and see what it does. Reconnect to our, yes, it is connected. So now we were set to begin with, I guess. Proper orientation, so. I've been sitting here for, we have no reverse. What happened? No idea. That was weird. So, not sure what the deal was with that. Everything's nice and cool. System's cold. Let's go back in here. I don't understand what happened with that. Maybe I accidentally hit the on and off switch. That was weird. Let's set it back up here so we don't get anything tangled up. I should have. Don't ever do this. This is not the proper way. I'm just going through everything to see how it works. Boy, this thing is smooth, guys. Hopefully the camera's picking up the... Man, this thing is super slow, super smooth. And we're at a 9-tooth gearing. I kept the 9-tooth pinion on here, so we're at the lower gearing. Wow. My wheel nut's loose here. I was wondering what was going on. It has still some jump there. And then it quits when you go for wide open and reverse. I don't understand why it's doing that. Then it That's weird. Yeah, every time you go wide open and reverse. What the heck? And then you go wide open forward and it quits. What is going on? Okay, we're going to shut this off and I'll see if I can figure it out. Okay, guys, so we're going to go back in our telemetry here. I put a fresh battery on it thinking it was the battery, but I think this thing has like a protection mode. And you'll see what I mean right here. If you just rip it wide open, it won't let you just pin it wide open. Watch when you let off of it. It'll recalibrate. And then go back to working. It does the same in reverse. Just pin it in reverse. Now watch. It'll recalibrate. Now watch when you slow. Slow roll into your wide open throttle. Nope, still shutting off. That is really weird. So let's slowly build up to it and see what happens. That is really weird. So let's go through our calibration and see if it fixes that. I'm really at a loss here unless it's in my settings. So let's go into calibration. I think might have been in settings. Current protection. Maybe it's because I'm on 50 amps. Let's do none and see what that does first. Pull the app back open. Okay, so we'll turn it off, turn it back on. Maybe it was like a current protection that I had turned on. Okay, so let's see what it does. Alright, popped up. It's reading it immediately. Okay, well that must have been it. So with that 50 amp current protection, it's like a safety. So it must have been pulling over the 50 doing that then. That's crazy. So I don't want it on 50. Let's see if it does it on 70. Now I have to let it go through its connection stuff here. And reconnected it. So let's see what happens on 70. Look at that. Shuts it off current protection on 70. Now watch it recalibrate. Boom. So you can't just rip it. Recalibrated. So that's on 70. Go to 100 amp. See what happens. Turn it off just to be on the safe side. Turn it back on. Reconnect it to the Bluetooth. Once again. So it's that current protection. That's kind of scary. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know, guys. I'm not an electronic guy. That was at 100 amps. Let's turn it back off and see what it does. All right, so we're back to current protection. Connected it. What's it doing here? Current protection, none. Okay, so current protection's none. So you're going to have that if you just want to be able to rip it. By the way, this thing rips. If you just want to be able to have that throttle rippage, you want to, and it's set to none, no current protection. Maybe it doesn't need it, I don't know. Motor's still cool, even all that full throttle stuff. ESC's nice and cool. Now we got to go through our calibration and see if that works. I hit the camera. So let's go through the calibration here. I don't even know if you guys can pick that up. Let me turn this background light off. I don't know if that'll pick it up better. So we're going to go through our calibration. Throttle curve. It's not in that. Throttle. Yeah, calibrate. So hit calibrate. Do you want to start calibration? Yes. Calibrate. Set 0 speed, then click OK. Trim to everything's at 0. Okay, so okay. Calibrate throttle, set max speed, then click OK. Okay. Set max brake, then click OK. Yes. Okay. So we're calibrated there. Okie dokie. Smoky. That was easy. I like it. And this thing has some rip. Even at that 9-tooth pinion. Okay, so we're going to set this thing down so you guys can see the slow throttle modulation. Okay, guys. Sorry, had an interruption here. So we're going to turn our transmitter on. The GT5 again. Hopefully you guys can make out on the screen what this is saying. I don't know. Anyhow, I have the telemetry brought up here. We're going to flip it on. And it goes through its calibration. It connected itself. Now, I haven't even touched it. This transmitter is super. I can get it to go to 1 by not even throttling it. This transmitter is so sensitive. We're at 68 point whatever. It's basically 68 degrees. So we're just going to pull our throttle here. And see if she gets warm on the bench. Supposedly in side mode, guys say. It's at times 100 RPM, we're at 1 RPM. 19% throttle. Let's see how far we can back the throttle down. 13% throttle. Holy crap, 12% throttle. I don't know if you guys are seeing the wheel speed there. That's phenomenal. Wow. Temperatures at 74, 73, 74, 74.5. 75. Temperature staying good. Yeah, everything's nice and cool. So far, this system's 10,000 million times better than the Nye mod. Of course, it should be. I don't want my screen to go blacked out. I want you to be able to see that. We're finally up to 79, 78, 79, 78, 79. So the temperature. My other system would have overheated by now. Motor wire, lead wires are cool. Let's pick the speed up on it. 80 degrees. ESC's cool. That motor's cool as a cucumber. Of course, it's reading all the temperatures, so I'm just, physically testing it. Man, this thing's pretty quiet, too. Holy moly. $78 degrees. Still got plenty of jump. Wow. So we're going to set it down. We're going to run over some stuff. Let's see here. We'll get our little scale side by side out here. Maybe we'll run over that. I don't have any tire stuff testing. This might work for test the FOC on it. I'm trying to get this set to where you guys can still see the telemetry. I don't know if you can. Too much stuff here. So we're going to pull up on our little side-by-side right here. And see what we got for our FOC. And we're just going to stay at we'll get it moving slow as possible we can. That's a 10%. It says throttle input right there. Man, that's super creepy. That thing is fantastic. Let's see how the FOC works. Holy moly. I should get a bite on that rubber tire right there and start it up over. We're still at, hold up, my phone shut off. What is going on with my phone? There we go. Back into it. 79 degrees, but it's probably sat there and cooled back down with me goofing. 79. Man, this system's pretty nice, man. I don't want to break my side-by-side here. Oh, man, that FOC works really nice, guys. Holy moly. Temperature's at 81 degrees. Now, the other system would have burst into flames and caught on fire right there. It wouldn't even have made that right there. So, I'm happy with that. Yeah. She's not even warm. So, we won't know until we get it out and actually run it on the course and everything. We're going to pull up here, let the FOC do its business at 10% throttle. Now, see right there, it let go when it went down to 9% throttle. The FOC quit. There it goes. I'm not changing the throttle curve. It jumped from 10 to 12. 11, it's adjusting itself. 12. 14, 13. 12. 82 degrees. 82 degrees, 12%, staying linear on the throttle curve. And I'm not changing it whatsoever. It's telling me my max time's been 42 seconds in this mode. Wow, this thing's pretty nice, man. 15% coming back down. Oh, yeah. This is nice. Oh, this is so nice. This is every bit as smooth FOC, I think, as what's in the 2-in-1 systems so far. Just here on the bench testing. I mean, obviously, I won't know until I get it out on the course and whatnot. I love this. And, I mean, this system is a lot more expensive. Like I said, everything's nice and cool. 82. My other system would have caught on fire right there. Burst into flames, fire extinguisher, call the fire department, call the next county over. So yeah, this is like a billion times better than that Nye iMod system I had in this truck to begin with. I don't know if it's going to have the rip that one had, but this feels like it's got plenty of power. And I can probably get away with gearing back up to my 11-tooth pinion, which is where I was going to be at before. But we'll leave it. We'll leave it here with the 9-tooth in it and see how it does. It's not about winning races with it. So I really like this. It is a waterproof system, so that's nice too. You don't got to worry about going and doing anything. They had these on sale on A-Main. That's where I got this from. Was A-Main Hobbies for this beater truck. Definitely, if I put a system in this is what's going in the other one, I would pay the extra money. You're looking at, if you need a Outrunner style small motor setup like this, for what you're getting, I think it's like $125. I know it's more than like the SE systems, but if you need, I mean, I think this is totally worth it, especially to have this nice programming from your phone and Bluetooth, and it worked flawless for me. So nice job, Furitek, on that, I think. Longevity, I don't know. Obviously, we just put it in there. But daggone, as Mater would say. I like it. It's really nice. Very nice system, guys. Very smooth. Takes up very minimal room. Yeah, I'm digging it. So, anyhow, guys, from the RC Dungeon, I kind of just wanted to get this thing buttoned up a little bit. I'm going to finish up a little bit more, cleaning up on this thing. And, yeah, I'm happy with that so far until we can get a chance. Right now, the thing's covered in snow. The course is covered in snow. I can't go out and run, so. But this bad boy is ready to rock and roll. Everything is set to go. Super happy with that so far. I can't wait to get it out and test it. Great job, Furitek, on this. Man, definitely, I may be putting more Outrunners. I may even put one of these in my trail truck. I don't know. I really like that system right there. From the RC Dungeon, peace.